Welcome. So we're going to be talking about the process of buying the boat.
We've just sent an offer to the current boat owner following the survey which we got back this week. So that's where we are now, but we're just going to explain a little bit about how we got to this point and like why we chose the boat that we chose, like what we were looking for in a boat, and then basically everything up until this point. What we wanted from a boat, like what our criteria.
Okay.
So from the outset, the things that we really didn't want were, we didn't want a boat that had previously been chartered, just like the high number of engine hours, like all the different people on the boat who perhaps don't have the right experience. So that was a key thing for us. What else was key factor?
Well, our dream size originally when we were looking was about 36. We thought we wanted enough space for the two of us, but also to have guests. We wanted to be able to have maybe 4 people over as guests at a time and it not be so small that you have to convert the galley into a bed.
How did we find this one?
So I was looking for a boat, and the places I had been looking were the Yacht Market online, Apollo Duck, and I'm also a member of a few Facebook groups, and one is Yachts for Sale by the owner, and this one cropped up towards the end of October 2019.
So this is Ethos, a Bavaria 38 from the year 2000. I originally came across Ethos from a post in a Facebook group. Ethos has been owned by the same owners for the last 8 years. They originally bought her in Cornwall, England, and sailed around to Greece about 6 years ago. Since then, they've been cruising the Ionian Islands. Unfortunately, they're retirees and have decided their sailing days are behind them now, so they're going to give up Ethos. On the face of it, I liked what I saw, and after speaking with Fred and Lynn, the owners, it sounded like Ethos had been well cared for. So the next thing to do was book a trip to Greece.
For those of you who don't know, we're planning to set sail at the end of April next year. So we're just trying to find the right boat now, and which is why I'm in Greece. I'm come out to Greece to go and see a boat. I've got a 4-hour drive to get to Preveza, where tomorrow I am seeing a Bavaria 38 from the year 2000. It looks really good on paper. I've spoken to the owner quite a few times. I've seen some pictures. It looks great. So hopefully it is great when I see it tomorrow.
So I made it to Lefkis. The drive from Thessaloniki took quite a lot longer than planned, maybe about 5.5 hours in the end. There was lots of heavy fog, and then lots of heavy rain, which meant I had to drive quite a lot slower. In summer you can fly straight into Preveza, which is just around the corner, and it's nice and easy, but this time of year you've got to either fly into Thessaloniki or into Athens and then drive 4 or 5 hours to get here. So it's a bit longer than would have liked, but yeah, I'm here now. Really looking forward to seeing the boat. A bit of miscommunication between myself and the boat owner. So he's not going to be around until about 10, 11 o'clock. It's currently about 8:30. So yeah, I'm really looking forward to seeing the boat. Got high hopes. It looks great in the pictures. Fingers crossed. Thinking, got some time to spend. Might as well go for a dip.
I'd also arranged to go and see a Bavaria 37, and as I had some time for my viewing with the Bavaria 38, I thought I'd go and take a look. The Bavaria 37 was also from the year 2000 and had been owned by its previous owners for 8 years. The boat looked in overall good condition, but did have a few flaws. Notably, it needed new sails, the sail drive seal hadn't been replaced in over 10 years, and there was a leak coming from the main hatch in the galley, so the seating area was wet. I was aware of these flaws before going to see the boat, but I thought it was still worth taking a look. After having a look, I'm glad I did. The boat was still in overall good condition and definitely one that we would consider.
Bavaria 37. Price has been dropped to £34,000.
this was the third boat over the course of about a year that Callum had gone out to sea.
And Fred, the owners, seemed really nice. They seemed like they kept taking great care of the boat. I got there, I was impressed. It's got a wind turbine, it's got solar panels, it's well equipped to live not completely off the grid, but fairly off grid for a while. The condition of the boat is good. One thing I noticed when I got there that I wasn't aware of is that originally the decks had been teak when it came from the factory. Fred had decided to remove the teak when it was getting towards the end of its life, maybe something like 8 years ago. But overall things look good, needed a new mainsail, thought the anchor could do the replacement.
Yeah.
Oh, one really good point is the engine. An interesting story, in 2016, I can't remember what was wrong with it, but they had an engine fault, so they took it to some mechanics. But this is also when Greece were having lots of issues, like a credit crunch, and there was no cash available anywhere. And so even though they needed a few spare parts, they couldn't order them in. Fred and Lynn had to do, well, they faced with waiting months to try and get these parts, or to order a new engine in from the UK. So they've got this engine, which is a reconditioned engine that was in a lifeboat previously, but never used. And they got that shipped out to Greece and fitted to the boat.
Okay.
From the minute that you went on the boat, we noticed like a big contender. We kind of immediately thought that this was one that we could live off and felt like it was going to be our boat.
So here she is, Ethos, a Bavaria 38 from the year 2000. She's been owned by her current owners for 8 years, who originally purchased her in Plymouth, England, and sailed her around to the Mediterranean.
Barbecue, there's a magma. Which fits on the rail just at the back there. And that's a gas one.
Yeah.
There's some little cylinders. Which are quite good.
And the
That's
fans.
the fans.
Fans
You've got-
on there, yeah.
Yeah, the other two fans are on the back there. I've just got that one up there so you can see what goes on.
So I'm getting on first. Show the layout. Yeah.
So the mainsail has seen better days and probably could do with replacing.
She's all good. We upgraded all the mattresses.
Yeah.
You'll see that they're thicker.
The owners really liked the idea of what we're going to do with the boat in terms of, well, the journey we're going to plan to take is very similar to the journey they wanted to take on the boat, but they never actually got around to. Really excited about this, and we wanted to get a survey in there. Then we found out that the boatyard closes for I think 6 weeks for Christmas.
Yeah.
There's no chance to get a surveyor into the boatyard before they broke up for Christmas, and then so it was only after. So then I was trying to find brokers. And we found one and got one in for the
22nd?
Yeah, that was it, the 22nd of January.
We also at the same time knew that like we had to do something about the rigging. Kind of decided over the course of a few days that we were just going to replace the rigging, and so we started on the hunt for someone to do that.
Because I mean, to my untrained eye, I mean, it looks fine. As lots of the comments and people quite rightly saying is, it can look very good, but it could be rusted on the inside, and it's not worth gambling because you'll be out in a storm or school or whatever, and then you're in a world of pain.
So yeah, then it came to the end of January, and the day that the boat survey was meant to be conducted. Well, that was the 22nd of January, and we got the survey back this week. So it took a bit of back and forth.
So what happened is, originally the boat surveyor had to delay by a day, which was fine by us.
Yeah.
And when he got to the boat, unfortunately he couldn't get into the boat as the padlock on the boat had seized. So back and forth, it's taken maybe three and a half weeks from when we were supposed to have the survey to actually get the survey report. But
at the same kind of time, we were also speaking to the rigging people who actually went out to the boat to measure up so they could give us like an accurate estimate. So we got that back. Was that also this week?
yeah, but that originally asked for that in in December as well.
Lesson for anyone wanting to do it in the future, like it can take a bit of time.
Particularly if you're asking over the Christmas period.
Yeah.
Has to do with, they basically have so much work to get the charter fleet, the new boats for the charter fleet ready, that takes up so much of their time at the beginning of the season, and so that for anyone else, they almost have to do it after that.
Yeah.
The compromise we think we've come to on that is that we will probably remove the boom, remove all the stays, get the crane operator in the yard to take the mast down with us undoing all the shrouds and everything, remove them all, drive them to the riggers where they'll be fabricated, we refit them, and then when the boat's launched, the riggers will come out and do the tune. It means we can do it sooner because we're using less of their time essentially.
It's a bit blustery. This week we made lots of progress, and do you want to tell them, Cal?
We bought a bloody boat.
Yeah, we have our boat. It all went through. We're so excited. We paid all the money. We've signed all the documents. So Ethos is officially ours.
Boat owners.
Hey guys, if you like our videos, don't forget to like and subscribe. And you can find us on Instagram at Sailing on the Breeze.
Maybe someday